In light of seeing things in the news and on the internet, I just wanted to take a moment and do a little segment called I Think. So here we go. I think using a belt on your child is perfectly fine. I think using a wooden spoon across the ass is fine. I think a good hard thump upside the back of the head when sitting in church to tell your kid to be quiet is perfectly normal. I think if you smart off to your parents and they're across the hall, whatever they throw at you, you've got coming. I think these child psychologists are full of shit. I think it was because I was disciplined as a child that I was raised to be a better man, as are my children. I think a child that is raised to think that second and third and fourth place are perfectly alright is being raised to be a loser. I think anyone that would accept a participation trophy would accept defeat in life. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with requiring our children to say the Pledge of Allegiance in schools. I think those that choose to burn the flag should first be wrapped in it. I think we should put veterans before refugees. I think this country has got itself into a world of hurt by putting its nose where it didn't belong. I think it's time to put America first again. I think it should be okay for a child to want to say a prayer in school, regardless of what their religion is. I think if a woman wants to serve in combat, she should be held to the same standards as a man. I think if you're a man that serves in combat, you should act like a man. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be an alpha male. I think that your word is your bond. The promises you make are the promises you should keep. I think any man that hits a woman should have his nuts cut off. I think pedophiles, once convicted, should be shot. I think our judicial system has gone too lenient, and we should bring back hangings. I think if you're a man and you love a woman, you treat her with respect because she's your queen. I think a man should always open the door for a woman, pull out her chair, and treat her with the utmost respect that he would his own mother. I think once that man takes that same woman home, he fucks her like her life depends on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with calling a man sir and a woman ma'am. And if you fall into a category other than that, you're mentally delusional. I think if you demand that I change the way I live my life, the way I talk and the way I act, simply to appease you, to spare your feelings because you can't handle it, you are the exact same type of person that you fought against. I think if a man wants to marry another man, that's your right. I don't have to agree with it, but I'll respect it, because you're another human being, and I'm not your judge, but we can live in tolerance and respect for one another. I think once you start making demands that I have to accept and celebrate your way of life, now you've gone too far. I think when you try and force your religion down somebody else's throat, you've become the bad guy. I think all politicians need term limits. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I don't think, but I know that there is a God. And I do my best to respect him and what he's done for me and the blessings he's shown to me and my family. I think if that statement offends you, well, I really don't care. I think that we've got one life to live, and if you waste it sitting on the couch watching reality television, or what the Kardashians did, it's a waste of a life. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be the best that you can be in all aspects of your life. I think the Army needs to bring back smoking, so we can turn boys into men again. I think people confuse equal opportunity for equating to equal outcome. It doesn't work that way. A man's gotta work. I think if you use your sex, religion, or skin color to get ahead of other people, you're exactly what's wrong with America. I think personal responsibility and accountability should be two tenets that we teach all children in school. I think we should get away with this advanced education and bring back normal education that teaches a child how to function in life, how to do taxes, how to do things that apply to them, not rocket science. I think if you're a law enforcement officer and you abuse that badge and that position, you're no better than the criminals you arrest. In fact, you're worse. I think if you're a law enforcement official and you're out there trying to make a change and make a difference for the better because you love this country and your community, I have nothing but respect for you. I think once you finish watching this video, you should get off your ass, take your kids outside, and see what America's about. Oh, and go to the gym.